If you were with me on the last problem, number 19, the iPad just cut me off in the middle of my sentence. But the answer was A. You are not dividing in that problem. You are multiplying to get the volume. Okay, for number 20, I'm going to show you two ways. The first way is just what I call the common sense way. I want to think through this with you. And then I'll show you the mathematical way. But we're looking at these two fish tanks. And so let's just ponder this for a second. They're the same height. They have the same radius. Both are 2 feet or 4 feet in diameter. Do they hold the same amount of water? Just looking at them. And clearly that's a no, because this one is missing a whole bunch of its lower half. So even though the radius is the same and the height is the same, I can tell you that tank 2 holds less water. That's just common sense. I can look at that and tell you. Now that is on the condition that they're the same dimensionally, that the heights are the same and the radii are the same. And they are. It's just that tank 2 is a cone and is therefore not as spacious as the cylinder. So I can tell you that tank 2 holds less water. So let's look at the question. The volume of tank 2 is, and I have some choices here. Well, I can eliminate C right off the bat because they're not the same. I can eliminate D because it's saying it's 3 times the volume of tank 1, and it's not. Tank 1 is bigger, so D is not true, nor is E, because remember, an improper fraction, the 4/3 is going to be 1 1/3, which still says it's bigger, and tank 2 is not bigger. So I can eliminate 3 of these just by common sense. So if I had to guess, my guess would be between these two. And you can guess here if you want to. If you don't want to work the problem, you don't have to. But I think you'll like the problem when I show you actually how it unfolds. But those are my two choices. Is it a half or a third the volume of tank 1? And to know that for certain, we really need to look at the formula for each problem. Now I already have the one for tank 1. Tank 1 is V volume equals the base area times the height. That is for tank 1. That's for the cylinder. So I'm going to go back to my formula page and get the formula for the cone. So here's the cone. Volume of a cone is right here. Also works for a pyramid, the way these are written. So I'm going to bring this back to my work page, and I'll paste it over here. Here's the cone. And the formula is, for the cone, V equals 1/3 BH. So I just need to compare the two formulas. Both of them have the V, both of them have the B, and both of them have the H. So what's true of the cone? It is 1/3 the size of the cylinder. So the answer is B. No math to do. This is a reasoning problem. And it helps if you know the formulas. You can look back at those and get them to compare. But because of that 1/3, I'm going to go with B. 1/3 the volume of tank 1.